Hey there everyone, I'm Round the Wheel, and welcome back to Lemmings for the Sega Genesis. To those of you who sent me friend codes for Animal Crossing, I have registered them by now. And last time we got through a pretty huge swath of tricky levels. This is actually a rare beast that we're watching today, not the one-way digging to freedom. This is just a level from the original Lemmings, and it's simple, and we all get it. What I'm talking about, that this is a rare beast, is that sometimes I am able to post videos on a weekend, but it's even more rare that I get to record them on the weekend, and this is one such episode, actually, where I get to do that. So, yay us! We get to do it. I don't know if I'm going to post it on this particular fine Sunday evening or not, but it's very rare that I get the opportunity to do this. And since I have the time and the inclination, let's go ahead and knock out some lemmings, my friends. Let's have it ready to go promptly, on time. This is pretty much like Keep Your Hair On, Mr. Lemming, except that you gotta be careful to not... You gotta be careful to bash through the wall, first of all, but you gotta be careful to not put your blocker on the thin brick. That's a dirty little trick that they do there. Let's jack up our release rate. Yeah, if you blow up your bomber on the thin brick, then we're gonna have problems. Oh, you're about to have a problem. You're about to walk backwards. You silly munchkin. You even turn backwards, too. How dare you? What a weirdo. Well, I think we need to save as many lemmings as possible. Nah, I think the amount that you have to save is something on the order of 60%. I don't know. It's easy nonetheless. Yes, exit that way. Thank you very much, game. Derp. Yeah, like I was really going to have trouble finding that. Thanks so much for all your hard work. And here come the two stragglers holding everybody back. It's kind of hard to make levels in that tricky sweet spot that are like really good and amazing levels. It's either you're building a ton of bridges or you're doing something super easy that you should know by now. It's really hard to make levels that are actually tricky. They either turn out, easy and tutorial style, or they end up being way too hard. Don't leave any lemmings. Well, we can leave 25 roughly, so I don't see the problem here. I don't see the message. We may end up leaving lemmings, we may not. Let's just see what this level holds for us. They really like this format, don't they? They really like also keeping our eyes on the X's so that we forget that there are lemmings, like, way over here. Bombers? Oh, boy. Bombers, blockers, and builders. Oh, so that's the name of the game, is it? So, which route do we want to take here? Let's deliberate. I think, first of all, we probably want to take, like, a bottom step or something. We want to go bottom round ways here. Round and up to the top, yeah. Yeah, let's cut down to... Ooh, oh! Nicely done, gentlemen. Okay, let's stick another one in there. Boy, they come out slowly, too. That may be for the best, however. Alright, let's get another one. No, I meant to do it down on this step. It's going to take more than one now. Oh, well, or maybe not. That's quite a thick hole that they make. Very much appreciated. We may use these as some security here. This might end up helping immensely, having this many builders in the batch. Yeah, let's go ahead and give them some height to work with here. This is going to be a little bit strange. It looks a little bit weird, but let's go ahead and this two-handed blocking and assigning is very weird. But let's try to keep it on the high side of things. If we don't do that, then we definitely risk making some huge mistakes here. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one to get through. Yeah, we want to... I think, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, let's build up into that little nook there. That way, when that guy blows up, he won't end up making a hole. Well, he may very well end up making a hole right there anyway, but... not too many people are coming, so if there are casualties, they will be few and not as far between as I thought. Oh, wow, boy, did we end up saving... We ended up saving quite a few there. Okay, yeah, they can all make it up through the hole. That's good. Alright, now something tells me we're going to be doing more of a bomb squad type of thing. That's something they didn't really introduce until taxing in the original Lemmings, but now we're kind of having to bomb our way up and through, and it's... very odd, actually. I can see why they made the release rate what they did. Let's go ahead and get a few more security bridges going there. Yeah, if we can get really tight in there. Well, that's less tight than I wanted to get, actually. Let's free free the blocker from his task. Actually, he might actually get to go free here, so that I can do something. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, that's fantastic. Actually, that worked out. That worked out pretty swell, if I may say so. If I may bust out the 50s lingo here. Let's go ahead and let's jerk up the release rate here. It really needed jerking, I think. We were really close to critical jerk needingness. Okay, yeah, and up into the breach once more, dear Lemmings. Oh yeah, this didn't take nearly as many tasks as I thought it might. Well, now we have the problem of they can't get up because of the bridge now. The first tile was set right on the edge there, which is always annoying to me. Can't stand it, not one bit. Okay, yeah, then fine. Do your thing then. Yes, help them out, little Lemming. Do your thing, Mr. Builder Man. And he should be able to perform with ease now. Ah, I like the setup there. Now that is exactly what I was just talking about. A good little tricky level. And they can all make it into the exit. That was actually, yeah, I felt like I could lose. It wasn't exactly an easy level, but I actually had to think and work hard to avert casualties. That was actually a good tricky level. Tied in very nicely. Dovetailed very nicely with what I was just talking about. That's pretty fantastic. Good job there. That's a great little level right there. I'm really appreciative of it. Very much fun. Very entertaining, and yeah, it took up a little bit of time there, but it was good time. It was time well spent. Yes! Oh man, I really just liked the crap out of that level. So let's move on now. I think we saved well more than enough. 82%, that's fine by me. I think since 50 was what we had to save anyway. Yeah, and they gave you a really good cushion to work with there. So if you screw up, it's still salvageable. You don't feel so hopeless if you happen to screw up once or twice. That was really nicely done. Much applause for that level. Next up is Turnaround, Young Lemmings. This one is very simple. If I remember correctly how to do it. You don't need nearly as many tasks as this. Yeah, if I can get them kind of desynced there, they should make just 2 holes that they can all walk out of. And then they don't, well, one gets away, but that doesn't really matter so much because now they're all just walking to the exit. I wonder what the actual solution there is, because I've always just done the 2 slightly offsuit bombers. Yeah, that one is easy peasy as apple pie, though. Yeah, I'm not sure if the 2 bomber trick is supposed to work that easily, but it does, and that's an easy check off of our list. Now we're coming up on level 23, and I wonder if they're going to use the same level 23 that they did in the original, because if so, that gives me a little great talking point to launch into here. They did, from the boundary line. This is the level where my dad gave up playing Lemmings, and I think it's actually a pretty sufficiently hard level because of reasons that are worth exploring. I think this level is legitimately hard, I would say, because what they do to you is you have this certain conception going in, like you learn to save as many Lemmings as possible. And this level, there's a few levels right around the end of Tricky where they start standing that idea on end, where they really where you're kind of forced to kill Lemmings. There's at least one such level where you don't have to do that, but okay, let's see. I've got to get this just right here. But yeah, there are a few levels, this included, and a few others where they really start messing with your idea of having to save Lemmings, and you are kind of forced to. Oh, I can actually start from way back, and if I have a basher left over, it turns out I think I may not have actually gone far enough forward. Well, we'll see. But yeah, you have to kill Lemmings in this level because there are no blockers to work with. A few of them are just going to go over the edge here, and that's just how it is, and you have to come to terms with that. And he's going to walk off too. You only have to save 60%. This is much harder in the PC version where there are only 80 Lemmings in the level. Here there are 100, and it's much easier to get slightly over the limit. But this is where my dad gave up. He had no idea. He was trying to save as many Lemmings as possible, and the game kind of subverts that expectation there. You definitely have to kill Lemmings, and there are a few levels coming up where you have to kill Lemmings, and it's kind of a difficult hump to get over, but it's one that you have to it's one that you have to cross if you want to continue throughout the game, and it's something I eventually came to terms with. They are cute little buggers, but sometimes they just have to die, and that is the way of nature, unfortunately. So let's move on to something less dreary. Tightrope City. This one might be a little bit luck based. This is a very minimalistic level. 3 builders, 5 of everything else. Yeah, that's pretty much how I remember it. So, yeah, let's get going there. I wonder why it doesn't make that na 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 C major scale when you don't. Boy, they really hold out on the music and sound effects, don't they? Okay, yeah, this is good. Let's give some space here. Yeah, it definitely is going to need some space to work. We're going to have a tight little spot crammed up here. But if I start in the right place, I think I can basically reduce any idea of luck that is apparent here. We're going to need at least 2 builders here, so... And we don't have a lot of time to work with either. This is one of the first real time crunch levels. So yeah, let's start from about here. And then, when he goes to build his second bridge, rather. Okay. Start beeping, get your beep on. Okay, yeah, now... well, no, we want to keep our builders out for sure. This is where things are... Oh, man, look how tightly crammed in they are. Okay, yeah, if he hits up on one guy, that's just fine, but... I think I may have wanted him to go left, because I think I may have made too wide I may have made things too wide here. Oh, yeah. I made too wide a blocker trap, and they're all going to spill off into oblivion now. Ooh, ooh, that was a big ol' ouchie. That was not... I need a much tighter space. That's going to be... Oh, that's going to be difficult to work with. Yeah, there's going to be some luck involved here, unfortunately, I think. Alright, I've got a much tighter blocker trap going now. Let's see how this works out. They're all going to be crammed together basically no matter what, so... If I can just build out in the correct direction... Yeah, see, that was... It was basically 50-50 whether he was going to go out to the right or left. It was very weird and bizarre. Yes, you have 59 seconds left, less than a minute to do my bidding. Y'all can blow up now because it's basically good old times at Ridgemont High from here on out. Oh, wow, boy, he was right there next to the exit. I almost started... Wow, I somehow almost simultaneously started too early and too late. That's very weird looking. But yeah, that one's just kind of there. That level is just weird and strange. I've always found it to be just kind of there, unfortunately. There's not a lot really put into the design. It's just a straight line and hoping you build out correctly. Now, I really hope I have a cunning plan is not part of the plan here, because that's going to be... Okay, yeah, I think that's a few levels from now. Cascade is much more... Oh, yes, this one is quite crazy. You can actually save 100% of the lemmings in this level. I know there's a way. People have told me that, but I've never just sat down and sussed it out, really. And what way would that be? Let's sit here and try to really work this out. No, let's not. Let's keep Okay, first guy is going to be a floater. Somebody's going to have to explain to me how to do it up that way. Okay, yeah, we're gonna wait for the... There were 100 lemmings, I think they said. There's going to be a lot of splatter eyes in here, so we're going to wait till... I don't know, roughly... We're going to wait till about 80 are out. Or till the floater starts walking is probably a good metric. Okay, yeah, now let's start cramming them close together. That's good. He has plenty of time to work now. I do believe. Alright. Actually, I might have wanted to put a guy in there as insurance to kind of dig a hole so they don't start coming too soon. Yeah, they're coming a little soon for my liking. Oh boy, yeah. So if I can just get that hole going there. Okay, yeah, if I can get him building. Perfect, okay. That wasn't too bad. That's definitely the messy way for sure. So, yeah, let's try to... I don't know. I guess I could maybe make an effort to do it the right way one time. I'm not sure. We'll see about it, though. I'm not too worried about it for now. I saved my 10%. That's all I needed to save. Right on! You killed 90 lemmings Right on. How do you feel about yourself? Well, for reasons discussed earlier, I don't feel actually too terrible. Okay, they do make you do this one. I have a cunning plan. I'll have a cunning plan, my lord. Okay, let's see. And that cunning plan is going to involve making a huge builder wall. This is something they only make you do once in this game. Thankfully, it's a very difficult trick. I'm going to try to pull it off here. Okay, yeah, we already effed up. What you have to do, basically, is build a wall big enough to keep all the lemmings inside. Two of them got shredded up, and that's too many. And plus, you only have two bashers to get through the wall. That's pretty suck butt as well. But yeah, as far as is my understanding, the way I always knew to do this was to just build a big old mass of bridges, and if their bridge mass is thick enough, then everybody will not walk through it. If anybody walks back into the shredder, that's it, you're done, no good. And yes, I saved 98%, I think. 97, 3 lemmings died. That seems like I saved a lot, but here, not good enough, no siree. Alright, let's try to be much more precise with this. There's going to be a lot of pausing involved. Okay, okay, now you start building. Okay, now we're going to let a guy come forward just slightly. Okay, and pause and start. Okay, and pause and start. And oh man, I don't think I'm even getting close enough here. Okay, yeah, let's see how this works. Oh, one guy turned back anyway, and this is not nearly enough to hold anyone back. This is pitiful. Yikes. Alright, let's just try to do it the messy way, mayhaps. Okay, yeah, oh, crap. Well, no, that's still not really working that well. Yeah, that's way too many guys walking out. Man, they're just walking all over the place. One guy even ended up going to the left? What? Right now, the precision offered by a mouse would be like an oasis in the desert. It would just be a balm to my soul right now. And I think, hopefully, nothing really super bad is happening right now. Ah, crap. Super bad things are happening all the time. This is just rough stuff all over. Sometimes if you get them stacked up like from the beginning, it works. I might try that. Alright, let's just stack a bunch up. Oh, that didn't work. In fact, I think they're working in a little bit too perfect of synchronicity there. Yeah, they definitely need to be a little bit apart from each other. That's what's gonna... Man, that's almost perfect how well stacked on top of each other. Okay, those definitely don't work like PC bridges. Okay, so just how many bridges am I gonna have to set down here to get this to work? I'm thinking on the order of 7 or 8. Okay, yeah, let's back up microscopically for everyone that we have to build here. And I'm also going to concentrate on getting... Yeah, I'm going to concentrate on getting the basher to do his thing. Okay, yeah, I was too early with the one guy. But he might be able to be salvaged, actually, if he's the only one that gets through. Oh, how did one other one get through? It must have been a guy turning around from this thing, because... Yeah, if I can only get one guy to turn around, I might be able to salvage one by having him build into the wall. But just one guy died that time. No, so this is what I'm going for right here, basically. I just don't want anybody to walk through it is the thing. That's the frustrating part. Why am I still having him build? It's pointless at this point. Okay, you're the only guy. You're the only guy walking through the back so far. Don't dig into the shredder. Okay, I'll take this. This is fine by me right here. I don't think I killed anybody in the process. If I can just have this guy build to the wall, I think he'll be fine coming back the other way, but I definitely don't want to risk it. At least one guy was going to get through there. I think that's the fact that I have to have resigned myself to. So it's a little bit different in this instance. But if I can get that one guy back, then, yeah, I'm at 99% right now. So nobody got through. My ramp was built perfectly. My little lemming accessible handicap ramp there. And I'm not even going to risk him touching that little pixel of shredder and biting the dust as a result. So he's building one more bridge so he can get to safety. A little messy, yes, but I'm glad to be past this one. This was always one of my least favorite levels of the original Lemmings, despite the Blackadder reference that I didn't get until I was in high school and started mainlining British comedies. But that is okay with me. That's 100%, and that's what's required here. So next time we're going to finish up the tricky levels, and maybe if time and a word have their way, we will get to the taxing rating. Moving on pretty quickly, I think. Doing a really good job here. I will see you guys next time with more Lemmings action.